All right. Well, hello, and welcome back. I'm going to turn that music down a little bit and push that a little this way. Okay, so I am working on the data center that's up in Salt Lake, and I'm just going to be testing out some changes. So we have a script that is for us to create instances, and I wrote this for the test instance originally before we were setting up the customer VLANs. Now we have the customer VLANs set up, and so we have assumed customer IDs, and so I'm just going to be... I updated the script so that when it provisions the IP address and MAC address and a few other things, that it does it based off of the customer VLAN name. So the VLANs start at 1101 and go up, and then the instances start at 101 and go up. So the very first instance in the line I haven't actually created. I'm about to create now because I've created some that are above that. But I am about to create the instance, my first instance for myself, and I'm gonna use 1101, and then 101 should be assigned to it. So I'm just going to go through and check that everything works out. And then before I run this for real, I should do a dry run on this. Actually, maybe I should just print out the curl command. Except I don't want to print out the authentication details. Maybe I could keep those as they should be, that print out everything else. I don't know. Anyway, the Proxmox create is what I just created. Let's go to where the curl is. Oh, and this should not have the -K in there. Keep on meaning to take that out. Oh, I just got retweeted by 100 Days of Home Lab. Be interested to know more about that. So, where is the one that I'm... All right, here we go. So this is the main part of what I updated here. And I think we're going to have... I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. But I think basically everything should have 2 cores. Because we want to tend towards customers that are going to benefit from scale. And I kind of want to say that everything should have 2 instances. I'm not sure if that works out. I don't yet know how to do object storage. There is a way to do object storage. I just want to check that out real quick. Object storage, Ceph, Proxmox. I don't think it has something built in, but it could be wrong. Okay, this jazzy music is a little too jazzy. I might need to turn that on. We'll see. Storage configurations. Activate Ceph object storage. I'm just curious about this. I'm not gonna do it right now. So a lot of people don't know this, but S3 is not something that's special to Amazon. S3 is a generic protocol, like SMTP or HTTP. Well, it's a protocol that's over HTTP, but it's a generic protocol. Every cloud service implements it, except Azure, because they want to implement their things in a Microsoft way. Who were you, user 1723? What did you see? Check for saved versions. Hey-oh! Oh, it disappeared in February, huh? Interesting. Okay, this looks like a decent tutorial. Okay. I'll look into that later. Okay, so back over here, what I want to do is just turn this whole thing into an echo. My task results. Hey! Oh, bless me. Alright, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to throw an echo in front of here. And then I'm going to throw an exit. And that's going to all appear on one line. And then let's just make sure my off. There we go. So I don't want to show my off. Instead, we're just going to take that one out. Because I don't want to show my credentials. Because then I'd have to go remake my credentials. Password's fine to show because passwords are randomly generated every time. I wish passwords could just be not used at all. But what do you know? Okay. So, in theory, I can just run this thing. I might need to update the help as well. Let me go check that. Yeah, I got the VLAN in there. Alright, let's make sure that everything looks good. So Proxmox, create. And then we're going to do also .config Proxmox. And then I'm going to do shall check font follow non-constant source 1090. Let's see if that's where I've got mine. So I think what I need is to have different envs. And there needs to be basically, let me just go into that directory real quick. Config Proxmox. So I need to have is proxmox.env should become, this is the root lab. And proxmox.bnna should become bnna.env. And then we should link like this. Yes. Sure. Okay, so we'll do that. And we should actually put these in a specific order. So I'll do .env.secret. Then we can wrap all of this into, make sure that goes to standard error, tilde does not expand in quotes. Who got rid of the error codes for this? They need to be court-martialed. Shell check, disable. Equals, what was that, 2088? Yes, 2088. Okay, so I'm actually not sure that I have those set up correctly. So let me go check those on another screen. .config, Proxmox, Proxmox host. I don't know what that should actually be. Target node. Oh yeah, we do have to have a target node. That makes sense. And then the host. That might be incorrect. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, host, because it includes the port. Got it. So that's good. All right. Hey everybody, how's it going? What's up? Welcome. Okay, so now I've got these environment variables set correctly. So maybe now I can run this? Well, first, let's see. Okay, cool. So that did not work out the way that I wanted it to. EJQ. Why did that not fail? Finding next available ID. There's something else I need here. So we're going to do my VLAN 02 equals echo. Again, we're going to do my VLAN 1101 cut -C We're going to get that in numerical form. Oops, so that's not 02, that's just 2. I'm using that to distinguish. There's the first part and the second part of the VLAN because we use it for other stuff, as you will see. Actually, I think that we won't need to use the IP address. We pretty much can omit that. We will still need the host name, and we still will need the SSH key, but the IP address will be optional. So my VLAN 2. And I think instead of the string here, what this ought to be at this point is SSH ID RSA.pub. Okay, because it can be a string. Okay, so I need to go through and then check where Proxmox create is called. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I'm updating my script to change the way the parameters work. Wait. Okay, so where does the... No, we don't want to test that anymore. We can actually get rid of that test. So it has to have those two. It does not have to have CIDR, because CIDR, it can be determined from... Okay, it looks like that is correct. So next unit, waiting for... Okay, good. So let me try running this again, and let's see if it looks right this time. Okay, and then let me just see if I change this. So the VLAN is essentially the customer number. Okay, that did not work out correctly. That did not work out correctly on a couple of fronts. So let me go see if I can figure out what went wrong there. My VLAN 2. That should be 3. Alright, so that's one thing. So now that should be fixed. And I actually should do this one more time here as well. I'm kind of duplicating this, but I'm not going to put it in its own function yet. I'm going to wait before I do that, because this is probably going to... Now, maybe not probably, but this is quite possibly going to change some more. So let's do this here. Okay, so whoops, and then I need to change that from a 2 to a 1. Why did my VLAN 1 not work out? Oh, because now I need to do up to 2 rather than from 3. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm going to give it a VLAN and a host name and possibly my pub key, otherwise it's just going to use the default pub key. And then I'm going to... Oh, we still have this as wrong. So that should not end in .1. That should end in next available ID is my next unit. Echo my next unit. That didn't turn out the way I expected at all. I'm very confused. So my next unit, my next unit. How is my next unit 101 here, but 1 here? Because I'm pretty sure I don't need to do this as many times as I'm doing, because I think that does an assignment, and that assignment is effective. Okay, why is that happening? Somebody, give me your eyes. Tell me what's going on here. So when I echo out my next, Unix, my next Unix versus my next unit. But that's still not doing what I think it should do. My next unit. Oh, because my next unit is getting a definition here. So I can get rid of that entirely because this will be defined. So my resource ID suffix. So my resource last ID Oh, I have this grep is actually wrong. So it should be starts with. Let's see if that fixes it. Nope. Echo my prefix my 0. So this is what the VM ID is going to be. That doesn't look right. Oh no, that's right there. That's right. That is correct. Okay. I think 1142 100. That is correct. So then what I need to figure out is probably what this looks like. Probably just to that point for starters. Actually, probably just to this point for starters. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with, let's just see what's the list that comes back. A bunch of nulls and an 1101. Ooh. So somewhere we already have the ID of 1101-001. Oh, I have to think about this. I think I'm actually going to roll with it because it's a little easier to read. We're just going to assume that a customer can't have more than 100 for now. So we can revisit the scheme later. And if anybody's going to have more than 100 instances, it's going to be one of us, probably. Alright, so this would just be next unit. And this actually is doing the right thing as is. Well, wait, hold on. No, it's not. It's not doing the right thing as is. Let's back it up a second. The reason it's not... It happened to get the right number, but through the wrong calculation. Actually, no, it didn't even get the right number. Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. So, let's get rid of the nulls next. Okay, let's look at this without the nulls. Good, good. Okay, now let's look at it. Only look at the things that have the proper prefix. And this prefix is guaranteed to be a number because of... Actually, it's not. Okay, maybe... Alright, so this is wrong. Because that's giving me the number 1, and it should be giving me the number 100. I'm not really clear on how to reconcile this. So if all this fails, then this executes, right? Alright, so that's good. Cut my prefix start. Okay, let's see what... Or my suffix start. Let's see what that is. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should get 100 out of that, I would think. My guess is that we're going to get double zero. Nope. We didn't even get that. I'm very confused at this moment. Did I set something wrong? My resource last ID is going to be all these things. If anybody else sees it, shout out. Let me know. But I've got some sort of addition bug here. Lid is empty. How is that possible? Okay, my resources. Grep. Sort. Tail. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure how to go about this. I guess we don't really need to sort for null anymore. We just need to grab the prefix. So let me bring this back up here. Okay. Alright, so that looks right. This gets the right answer. And this one... it gets the right answer, but not in the way that I'm expecting it to. So this one... this one, the last ID was this. The other one, the last ID should still have something. I'm confused as to why this isn't working out the way that I would expect it to. Because this is going to fail. Maybe if we get rid of the tail. Let's see what happens if we get rid of the tail. Because I'm thinking what might be happening is that because it's being piped to the next thing, the failure isn't happening the way that it ought to. Okay. Now that seems to still have the same problem. Oh, but I didn't get rid of the tail here. Wait, did it come out as PZ1? It did come out as both. What? Okay, PZ. Oh, right. Okay, no, this makes sense. But if we put that tail back in... then it goes away. Okay. All right, so this is a case where a pipe can swallow an error. I forgot about that. Got to keep that in mind. Pipes swallow errors. So then what we'd have to do would be all right, we'd get here, what was I doing? So we'd get my resource IDs and my resource last ID would be another subshell where we echo my resource IDs. And then we sort them, and then we tail them. Alright, we can get rid of all this now. What are the kids doing playing by the shed? Okay, so this one, tail requires an argument. That's fine. Okay. Now it's wrong for the right reason. And I'm going to that's me. Move that out of the way for now. What are you kids doing? Addie, is that you? Or is that Ado? Okay, so let's check this out now. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. I think. VM ID. My unit. Alright, I know what I need to do here as well. So we actually need this to be 1000. Resource ID suffix. Alright, so we're going to find all the resource IDs, and we're going to sort them, or we're going to tail them. And then we're going to chop off the ending part, and then we're going to add 1 to it, and we're going to return the number. Now the problem with this This is actually not doing the right thing still, but it's the difference between a string and a number. So I need this to have a leading digit. So basically, I need this to come out as X001. So that could have worked, but let me think. How do I make this work? I want to make that extra digits. It needs to be a number. And it needs to be a number over 9,000. Oh, I know what I need to do here. It's over 9,000. Resource index, my resource index, my resource index. We call it count, we could call it index. And then we just need to do up to 3. Up to and including 3, I believe is how that works. All right, there we go. What's up, Wucha? How's it going? Next available ID. No, 1. There we go. From 2 on. Yay! It works! Okay. So this should give us... Dang it. So we just do a little bit of math. Add 0 to it. And there we go. Maybe I ended up doing this wrong. We'll see. Okay, I don't think that I have to repeat this, because that actually does the assignment as well. It seems a little strange. But I think this all on its own is a valid statement. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but that's a valid statement, because that is initializing this variable to 1101. Oh, nope, it is not a valid statement. I would have to do something like... Do we have a no-op? Shell no-op. Oh. POSIX, shell, no-op. Everything's fine. What about you? Asking me. Good. I'm working on the servers. I'm working on BNNA right now. Let me get a little further in this. I don't know if colon operator is valid in the POSIX shell. POSIX shell void. All right, I'm going to open up ChatGPT. Heaven help us. My session has expired. What's the equivalent of a no-op or void in POSIX shell? Colon. Null command. Does nothing and always succeeds. Okay. They still consume a small amount of system resources. Alright. Okay, cool. I don't know if that's true for POSIX. null operator true. Examples. Okay, good. So that's exactly, this is exactly its use case. Check it out. Colon. Colon. Null utility. All right, that's it. So that's the equivalent of void in other languages. This is the null operator, or the void. It's essentially void. So evaluate and throw away. Cool. All right, so 1142. It looks like, boom, this is now behaving exactly as it should. And then if we go to 1101, that looks like it's behaving as it should. And if we go to 1105, that is behaving as it should. Okay, so we've tested single and double digits. All right, well, great. So let me just put that in. And then I will use my authorized keys file. And I don't need to give it the IP address because the IP address is already known. All right. Next ID. Okay, so let's see if we can get some output here. Okay, great. Okay, so now that I've got that clear out of my brain space, now I can take a minute to actually talk and answer a question. All right, what about me and your job or a job project? So this one, BNNA, is Ryan, Jojo, and I are doing, we have a hosting company. It's called BNNA. And we've got the servers up. We've started using them. There we go. Just throw this in there. It's bnna.net. And we figured out the firewall rules and a bunch of other stuff, and so we're getting ready to actually being able to accept customers. The first step is that we've manually created customer networks for ourselves, and we're going to start moving our stuff over. And starting tomorrow, I am going to be working on, well, I already did start working on this, but I'm going to, tomorrow, well, maybe even tonight, could happen later tonight, we're going to continue on with the payments, being able to get payments. So we want to be able to get paid. We want people to be able to pay us to use BNNA. So that's what we're working towards. But this little step that I need to do before we even get to that is just, excuse me. Oh, actually, you know what I want to do? Hold on. I want to do HTTPS. Oh, you know, I need to go fix something somewhere else real quick. I need to add this key to my list, the key for this machine to my list of keys. But yeah, we're making it so that we can add the customers as administrators, and then we're going to make it so that customers can add themselves by making a payment and adding themselves. No, we're not going to do Stripe. So we're not going to do Stripe. We are trying to do privately owned all the way down. So one of the reasons for BNNA, because I love DigitalOcean, but one of the reasons for BNNA is that we want something that is privately owned. We want something that isn't subject to the whims of the Twitter mobs. We want something that is, yeah, that's just basically that's not a public company, because public companies right now are not obeying capitalist principles. They are not following the free market. And when something is privately owned, in today's market, something that's privately owned is going to be less expensive. It's going to have economies of scale, and it's not going to be subject to the whims of the things that public companies are currently doing, weird stuff. So we want something that's truly capitalist, something that drives towards competing for value, and that's kind of it. Because right now, if you look at SaaS offerings, so the old model was 1 banana, $1, 2 banana, $1.90, 10 banana, $5. So as you purchase more, you gain purchasing power. And the SaaS model has become 1 banana free, 2 banana, $10, 3 banana, call for enterprise pricing. And that's not something that scales. And so we want something that is cheaper as you buy more, not more expensive, cheaper per unit as you buy more, not more expensive per unit as you buy more. And then also privately owned, and all the benefits that come with being privately owned. So for our payments, we are using a privately owned payment processor. There are two privately owned payment processors that we are using. And then the way that we're doing it, we would actually be able to switch very easily. Yeah. So I'm shaking my head because somebody just messaged me about some nonsense that a SaaS company sent them an email letting them know how much they reduced their carbon footprint by using their SaaS product. In comparison to what? I don't know. But apparently, I mean, that's the kind of nonsense exactly that I'm talking about with public companies right now. It doesn't make any sense. You know what? There's something that's being pushed top down. There's something that obviously is not organic, carbon or not. So yeah, we need to return to things that are privately owned, so that it's a better market. Anyway. So I think that this is ready to test. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. Let me take a look at it this way as well. So I just want to make sure that these are through and through, these are right. So we're just going to take a look, and we're going to call this vim test.sh. I'm going to paste all of that. Whoops, set paste. Paste all of that. All right, and then we need to Okay, basically everywhere there's a double dash, a space double dash, we need to turn that into a return character, a tab character, double dash. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look. VMID looks good there. That's going to create it on the right instance. Oh, that is not right. So hostname is wrong, very, very wrong. Okay, let me take a look at what I did there. Was that my fault? Alright, let's see what else is wrong. Because hostname is very, very wrong. Noted. And password, that's just auto-generated. Keys. Let's see. That looks right. That's not right. Let me go check on that. I think I just put FS ops here twice. No, that says MPO ops. Maybe that was supposed to be a comma, not a semicolon? Probably. That's my best guess. I actually don't know if I've got the original. But I don't think that was supposed to be a semicolon. Or maybe it was supposed to be a semicolon. I don't know, I'm a little confused by that. That also could have just been the way that the echo worked. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think that's just because of how echo treated the semicolon. So that's probably what it should look like. I am going to chalk that up to echo or the copy paste or something. All right. Tag 101 or 1101, and then here we have 1101 again. And then we have 002. So this is wrong. I need to go fix this. Well, I guess... Is it wrong? Kind of, yes. I'll leave that one for now. Okay, that needs to get fixed. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Alright, let's look here and see if these are similar. Bless me. Okay, that one worked. There, that worked there. Okay, so I need to fix a few things. I need to fix host name. I need to fix IP. Let me just take a quick look through. If there's something else and you want to remind me, feel free to do so. Tag looks good. And then let me make sure tag looks good here. Yeah. Okay, let's go fix IP and hostname. IP equals... Alright, my unit... This needed to be updated. Ah, yes, this needed to be swappy doodled. So, VLAN's important, hostname is important, pub key is important. So now the IP is basically the least important thing. In fact, I think we probably ought to remove it. Unless we compute it above, which might be a good idea. Oh, that's weird. Provision. LXC. Oh no. Ah. Alright, so the ID thing is going to have to be copied over here as well. I'm not going to update all of this right now. Alright, now does this have the correct host name? Yes, it does. Okay, good. I may just get rid of this command. Because it's duplicating. I think it might be better just run 2 commands. I don't know. Function SSH keys. My pub key, my pub key. Wait status, create LXC, ID to net, resource next index, last ID, status, discover. Do you feel like these are supporting functions? Well, this one's kind of on its own, but this is definitely a supporting function. And I like supporting functions to kind of go in order of what they support. I think that this is a supporting function as well. Well, we'll see, we'll see. No, that one's definitely a supporting function. As written, this is definitely just a supporting function. That's not a standalone function. So let me go ahead and bring that around to here. And also, I do need to add to my config I can get rid of that. So here, yeah, this is kind of interesting. This is definitely more specific to us now rather than being more generic. So I may actually want to split this and have the B and an A scripts separate from the other scripts, because they are going down different paths. Alright, so yeah, we can just do this. Alright, so if... Oh, this was the same all along, huh? I just replaced that for no reason. So this would be a return 1 type of situation. Okay. My keys are going to be this thing. We don't need to remove comments. We just need to see what starts with SSH or ECDSA. Good. Oh, and then of course we actually need to use this function where it's appropriate to use it. Okay, let's see what this looks like now. Should be quite a bit larger. Yep, that's okay. So I'm gonna remove, what was I just looking at? My test.sh, so let's, was that, did I really call it that? Yeah. So I need to get hostname and IP, those are both fixed. All right. There we go. $1142.001. Got it. Host name's correct. Password's correct. SSH keys would be correct if it actually was quoted like it's supposed to be, but because we're using Echo, it isn't, and that's fine. Same thing here. CPU limit, memory, all that looks good. So tag is correct. Hardware address is correct. IP address is correct. Search is correct. Name server is correct. Oh, and then here, this is the second one. So now, let's make sure that this one also looks correct. That looks good to me. That looks good. We can skip these. 1101, 1101, 002, 102. Okay, cool. So everything looks right. Oh, now let's see if it actually works. Let's get rid of the... So Proxmox create. We'll get rid of the echo. Get rid of the exit 1. Assuming I got everything in the right format, this should work. Maybe I could change it so that it's either VLAN or CIDR, and that comes after the host name. Nah, I think this just needs to be two separate sets of scripts. But when we make the JavaScript version for the browser, or the CLI version that is in actual programming, I think I would like them. I would like it to be able to function either way. I don't know. I should probably also create... Here's one more thing I'm going to do. Hey, what's up, Anthony? How's your lab going? Alright, so one more field that I'm adding, or not field, one more environment variable I'm adding is authorized keys. So let me go ahead and put that in here as well. Secrets, local config, all right, so we've got host, target, name server, and then we'll ditch the Oxford comma. There we are. .401 not authorized. That also reminds me of one other thing. No, not reminds me. I just remember one other thing. Okay. I think my secret is correct. Oh! I got rid of this. There we go. I made it not work. Okay, checking comments. It's going well, that's good. Only popping in for a second though. Have a great stream. Alright, thanks. Okay. Exit status okay. And then, do we need to do something else to start it as well? Because I don't think we actually got the option start after create. We had the option start on boot, I think. No. No, stop asking me. Start after created. Okay. So what happened there? Can it not be started? Is there something that's wrong? That's possible. So network. Let's make sure network looks good. Oh, VMBR1. Alright, that's why it didn't start. So it actually was not okay. It was in an error state. Okay. That would be... Alright, there's a few other things that need to get sorted out here. Okay. Well, there's that. See if I can just delete this and try again. More and remove. 1101.002. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get it to start up correctly this time. Start time. Status stopped. VMBR1. Uh-oh. It says status is stopped. Why? Okay, it's okay, but it did start, so it's okay. Alright, that's good. And I'm going to just test that I can log in from my other computer real quick. Pew! What time is it? 5:33. Okay. This computer's hostname is already in use. Oh, but I'm not going to be able to log in yet because I still have to run the other script. Okay, I'm just going into my domain service and then adding a domain for myself. Okay, that's good. So, I don't remember why I had this. I think this is for the ID. Oh, yeah, I do need to split that one mabob out into other functions. Domain. Oh, you know what? I think what I need to do is I actually need to move some of the fancy stuff that I did into the provision script, because then I can continue to use either one of these independently. I need to explicitly tell it what ID it's going to use. Maybe, ow. Okay. Yeah, I need a new provision script that behaves a little differently. Okay. Alright, so my goal here was to see, can I log in? It would be app at aj.1101.c.bnna.net. That did not work. How about root? That's not the one that I want. Right, I still have to change it so that Caddy will listen on port 22. And then forward that. How would I do that? There's probably some small utility that I could just open. Maybe just use IP tables. Alright. So what I'm trying to do now is just log into that system. Permission denied. Public key. Oh, let's see. Do I know what the password was for that? No, of course not. Might just have to kill it. That's not right. Let's see, what was it that I said aj.1101.c.bnna.net. And then its internal IP address. aj.1101.c.bnna.net. Permission denied, public key. I wonder what happened during the create phase here. My pub key. Proxmox authorized keys. Oh no! Oh no! Am I still here? I haven't had any problems with the camera in a long time. Let's see if it comes back. It's connecting. And we're back. Okay, great. I don't know why that happened. I didn't even statically shock it. Uh-oh, what's going on?
Hi, Dad.
Hey, sweetie.
Dad, can you make us dinner so that we can have a bath?
Can I make you dinner so that you can have a bath? What would you like for dinner?
Could we have mac and cheese? I would help.
You would help? Come here, sweetie. What are you doing? Are you hiding from the camera?
I like the Mario sounds.
Yeah? Turn it up a little.
Turn the Mario sounds.
No. Oh, you're talking about on here.
And what does the sad face do?
You can press it.
Okay.
Huh.
I really like that sound.
Yeah?
Oh, and what's in this mystery box?
Oh, it looks like this actually did what it was supposed to do.
But what does this mean? What is this game, Dad?
Give me a second.
I need to try out this video game.
Oh, Need for Speed? Maybe. I don't think that you would like that one very much.
But it's okay. I think I can play Need for Speed.
All right. Well, you put it back for now, and when you.
No, I want to put it next to
Okay,
there.
you can put it there. That's fine. But when it's time to play it, then we'll get it out together. Okay.
Okay.
So I still need to finish up some of what I'm doing. I probably need another 20 minutes. I'm just debugging something. So.
I like this.
Can you get out what's needed for the mac and cheese with Mommy, and then I will put it together? Okay, you take Adolin. Take Adolin. You two go.
Hi.
Hi, buddy.
I knew you were in the head.
Yeah. All right. Well, you two go. Okay. It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you, Addie. All right, go ahead and shut it. Thank you. All right. Let's see if we can get this finished up. So my pub key. This really should be my pub keys. Proxmox authorized keys. My pub keys. Echo my pub keys. We don't actually need that. And then what was this about? Yeah, we don't need either of these anymore. Okay. Alright, where am I at? Alright, that's good. Alright, I think what we ought to do here is nothing. Leave that alone. Okay. So if I understood correctly, it just put on the wrong key, which means that I actually should be able to log in. Let's see. This one, I should be able to log in as root. I'm a little confused. I don't seem to be able to log into either one of these. Let me see what's going on. Alright, let's see if I can log in to either of these. No. Okay, good. So this one I can get into. Fish. It's called Fish. So you can go to webinstall.dev/fish and you can see the cheat sheet there. What's up, John? So a lot of what it's showing me is history. But it also does autocomplete in other ways. Now, Fish is not compatible with POSIX shells, so it's not Bash compatible, but I don't think you should use a Bash compatible shell for your terminal. For writing scripts, you should use POSIX. Yes, the subset of Bash that's compatible across Mac and Linux and PlayStation and Switch and Thermostat and Airplane Entertainment System. POSIX scripts for all of that. But for actually your interactive shell, Fish. You're welcome. Okay, so that went well. And that was... Let me go back to this over here, actually. So that was user root for that one. And then I think this other one might be user app. So let's test and see if I can get into this one. And then I just want to test that I can create one that I can get into from my other computer as well. Okay, cool. So this did work. You can set up the system, set up Alpine. Now, I thought... Okay, good. So Webby is on here already. Interesting. I thought I had more of this stuff already on here. Getting kind of fat. 73 megabytes. There we go. So now, what do I need? Okay, now I just need to test. Okay, so that's fixed. Okay, that one's not. Alright, so I'm going to run this again. I'm going to run the provision, create, and then I'm going to give it a host name that I'm going to create, which is going to be, I guess, this will be aj3.1101.c.vnna.net. Hey, what's up, Standard Air? Okay, I need to double check. Do I actually even need the hostname in this script? What am I using hostname for? I use the hostname to set the hostname here, which I think I could kind of get rid of. Because that hostname doesn't really matter. That one's just as well to be automatic. Yeah, because we kind of... whatever the search domain is, we're just going to fill it out. So it kind of could just be a nickname. It's not actually necessary. Alright, and then this one I'm expecting that I won't actually be able to log in. How's that background noise for y'all? Do y'all hear that loud and clear? It's coming in a lot louder than I would have expected. Neighbors doing some weed whacking. Those weeds are getting it good. Okay, I think that that's correct. Some, Okay, so let's see here. Shows next IP and likely host name. Creates. And then proxies. So there's one more thing that I want to do with this script. Definitely hear it now, huh? Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Was there a raid or something? I see that suddenly five extra people joined on, and yeah, I didn't notice the little boo over here or hear it, but it seems like it happens sometimes. Most times I don't see it. I have had it working before. I need to go back and check the settings on it. Okay, that's actually so loud it's distracting to me, personally. I'm gonna go have to give my neighbor a piece of my mind. Don't mow your own lawn while I'm doing something in my shed. What are you doing being a good citizen of our neighborhood while I'm trying to work? What was that? I need host name. Okay. Okay, that's a little crowded, but it'll work. Alright, so now when it prints out the help, oops, not what I wanted. Alright, so now if I do nothing, null unbound variable 107. Did that not do what I thought it did? Oh, this is not an assignment. Got it. I thought it was an assignment. Let's see, how should I do this? So we wouldn't need that one. Yeah, or wait. It is empty. Okay, so nothing. Finding next available ID would go in here. Okay, my next IP, hold on. My next IP, and then here my next IP would just be 101. There we go. I actually do want to put a new line up above that. Could I somehow have this other stuff printed first? Probably not. Well, not in a reasonable way. If you want, you can send them over my place. My lawn could use a hand. Ah! Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll ask him about that. I'll say, hey, so it seems... Oh, whoops, have my... Oh, good, it is loaded now. I was going to say, does the OC Remix not loaded? I'll say, hey, I heard you got a lawnmower. Well, it's not really a mower. I think he's weed eating. Or it could be the wife. But I think it's the husband. Okay. To find the next available address on your VLAN, example output, to create the instance. The output will use real values. Okay. Create that. Oh, whoops, there's one more thing that I need to fix from the output here. Maybe I don't want to fix it right now. Well, let's see. There we go. Let me just run this just to see. Yeah. I'm just going to update this in a couple of places. I'm writing some documentation for JoJo and Ryan, just showing what I've done, essentially. ba. Just 1 second. And then I can show, I think I can show what I'm doing too at that point. Alright, 104. Link's Awakening. Toadstool mix. Right there. Okay, now I'm going to put this over here in the PR as documentation for how to use the whole thing right now. And I gotta go for dinner. I did not make the mac and cheese, obviously. Okay, to find the next available address, under relay. Sample output, create the next instance. Using the suggested values from above. Using the internal values and a real public domain. Okay, so this is how we provision for a customer. Now, we're not really going to have this with bash scripts. I'm just prototyping it out this way. I don't know if it probably would be marginally faster to do this in JavaScript rather than POSIX, but meh. When I get to doing the actual authentication and the payments, that's not going to be POSIX scripts. I don't know that I could make that work. So we're basically going to automatically set this up. So we're going to build out the API on the basis of what I've done here. And then customers will be able to, they won't be using this. They'll be using a tool that authenticates them, signs them in, and then allows them to pay and provision. So the way that it's going to work is basically customers are going to pay for, this is going to be unique among what's done elsewhere. Customers are going to pay for things in blocks like normal. So you're going to pay for a block that includes some RAM, some CPU, some storage, but then you're going to provision it whatever you want. And because we're using private networking, one of the most expensive bits, and the reason that I think one of the reasons other services don't work this way, is that IP addresses are expensive. And so if you are trying to force everything to be public, then you have to keep your prices pretty high. But if you don't have the per unit cost of the IP address, if you can just say, okay, well, we're going to enable private networking because that makes sense, and then you use domain names rather than IP addresses, then now the world's your oyster. And if you want to have 10 instances that only use I forget what the lowest amount that we can go. I think it's 64 megabytes of RAM is as low as we can go on the containers. So if you want to do that, you can. So now you can take your 4 gigs and do whatever you want with it. So you can pay similar to what you would pay for a DigitalOcean or a Dubla. They sucks. Ugh. If you, I don't think the kind of people that swing that way are the kind of people that are going to be coming towards us. To be honest, though. But yeah. So anyway, the idea is that there will be some things to tweak, and I think what we might do is just have it that everything's provisioned essentially at the minimum size, and you can update it in real time. So if you want it, basically you provision it, we'll give you the bare minimum, and then you can run a command to basically grow the RAM, grow the CPU, whatever, and you can take whatever you want out of that. And so we'll give you, and then you can provision it. So let's say that you have a CPU. Well, you could put a CPU on a 10% duty cycle. You have a virtual CPU. So if you only pay for one CPU, but you don't care, you're only hosting a little blog, you literally, a couple hundred megahertz is going to do it for you. Download more RAM.sh. That's, yes. Yes. So we're going to have something like that. Anyway. Yeah, I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. All right. Well, I've got to go. It is dinner time. So I'm going to head out. But I'm glad I got this far. I think that I need to make this available to Jojo and Ryan. And then tomorrow, that's right, the boss is calling. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. Okay, where's my button to stop this thing? Alright, catch y'all later. Oh, sorry, I just need to go. I'm not going to raid. Sorry about that. But catch you later. Adios.